Halo Reach is coming to PC, and should there be crossplay? Join me and my brother here to find out in just a moment. Hey everyone, and thanks for joining us here today. I'm joined by my brother Jordan.
Hey guys.
Now, the MCC has been announced that it is going to PC. It's going to contain Halo Reach. But more importantly, not only is it going to be on the PC platform itself, it's going to be in two separate stores, two separate ecosystems. One is going to be the Windows Store, and another one is, with a huge game changer, is going to be Steam. It's a weird thing to say. I never thought ever that Halo would be available on the biggest PC store platform. It's going to open it up to millions of players, hopefully. But the question is should there be crossplay between the Windows Store, the Steam Store, and Xbox Live? What do you think?
I'm gonna have to say yeah, just because like big multiplayer games like Fortnite nowadays are trying to do that and like pushing that crossplay movement. I think one of the big things that they have to look at is most likely the player base and like the population total. Like if you're having like 80% of the people playing is on PC and on Steam and the Windows Store, and you're only getting 20% from the console, then that's a no doubt you have to run that cross-platform.
I mean, I want it to be cross-platform specifically to have that huge community of people, because I feel like I told you earlier, I would actually consider getting a gaming PC just to play it on Steam, to play with that bigger player base. I've said this, I don't know, in countless live streams when I've been playing Halo, is that they need to give it away as a game of gold for like 3 or 4 months to get people in, because especially now that they're going to be selling Reach's campaign and the firefight, they could give it out to people, and at least a portion of those people would be like, oh yeah, I remember Halo Reach back in the 360 days, yeah, I'll give you $15 for it, for the campaign. But I mean, playing it now, if you sat and played Halo Reach on an average day during the week, let's say at like 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, it doesn't take as long to get matches, but the playlists aren't completely populated like you would want them to be. I mean, the way that the match composer is for Halo, that with the MCC now, being able to go in and like custom pick, like, okay, I only want to play Team Slayer 4-on-4 in Halo 2 Anniversary. Sometimes you have to expand the Slayer pool to like Halo 3 or Halo 4 or even Halo 1 just to get people to play, get matches. So I mean, for that way, yeah, I would want it to be open, especially, I mean, you'd imagine it's going to sell at least a good probably 2 to 3 million copies on Steam, I would say at the bare minimum. But I don't believe this, but I know that just from other channels that I've watched and just like overall like statistics when they run tournaments that go with PC players playing against console players, like with Overwatch or even like Call of Duty, the people that are on the console are at a severe disadvantage when it comes to playing against mouse and keyboard. I know that, at least when it comes to PS4, like what you talked about with Fortnite, they actually are making, or they have made, like a separate matchmaking pool for players that are playing with mouse and keyboard. So I mean, they could do that for Halo, but I don't know. It honestly scares me, because at that point, a game that has highly accurate weapons, like just like the Halo 2 Anniversary with the battle rifle, I feel like I've got good aim and a good enough shot that I can play against other people on Xbox, fairly well, maybe do a little bit above average. But like, I'm scared to be like, what would that be like going up against a mouse and keyboard where it's laser accuracy 100% of the time? Like, I know even Destiny 2, when it got moved to the PC, and I think it's on Battle.net now, like, there was a huge to-do where they had to like adjust how the game played and the reticule bloom and accuracy of certain weapons, because players that were using a controller on PC were just getting demolished. So I mean, I'm of two minds, and like I said, a little afraid.
Now, I'm not sure, so I'm going to ask you this. Do they have mouse and keyboard compatibility right now for the MCC on Xbox?
I honestly don't know. That would be something to look into, but I do know that they have been making kind of a big deal of making mouse and keyboard a thing for the MCC, or not even the MCC, but for Xbox in general. Um, what was it? I believe it was late last year in 2018. They were talking about it being like in the fall update. So unless they pushed it back, I'm not really sure. But I also know too, there's different accessories that you can buy that you can plug into your Xbox or to the PS4, and then you plug in a mouse, like wireless mouse and keyboard adapters into this accessory, and it tricks your console into thinking it's using a controller. So not only do you have the accuracy of the mouse and keyboard, you have like the auto aim and that stickiness. Wow. Yeah, it was a big deal with Overwatch, and they ended up patching it out of the console versions, I think, so that you couldn't use that specific accessory on their game. So I don't know. It's something that I'm kind of concerned about. I mean, overall, more people playing Halo is always a good thing, especially the older games, bringing more people into that, and hopefully that's a sign of where Halo Infinite is going. But that's a completely different video.
Lost the lead.
All right. After just a quick fact check on Google here, they did have the update to use mouse and keyboard on Xbox One, but only if the developer enables it for their game. So not every game is supported with mouse and keyboard on Xbox. And I'm wondering if maybe they'll actually do that when they release the MCC, starting with Halo Reach on the PC. It's possible. I don't know if they would want to split the player base, though, and put people with mouse and keyboard in one camp and, you know, controllers in the other. It's certainly something that's going to be interesting. I expect there to at least be crossplay between the Windows Store and the Steam Store. One thing that's interesting, and I'm hoping that my laptop can run it, is they've done things in the past where I know with like Gears of War 4, and I think that was when they started. It was back with Gears 4 in 2015. Did that Play Anywhere initiative, where if you digitally bought a game on the Xbox console, they would give it to you on the Xbox Store. I'm wondering, for people that own it digitally, which I do, if they're going to do that, make it available like on the Windows Store to download for free, or if they're going to try to make you re-buy it again, or like what the deal is with that. Because like we talked about earlier, I would certainly want to buy a gaming PC, something to do 4K, 60 frames per second, and play the MCC that way. Although, like you said, at that point, it might be cheaper to buy just an Xbox One X. But then again, if the player pool moves, that's something else that I'm worried about. Is it's going to come out and the gameplay probably will be superior, even on top of an Xbox One X. What if the existing player base from the Xbox version decides to just go with the PC version, and then Xbox is just left standing there holding its tail, like, you know?
That's why I think they're going to wait. I don't think crossplay is going to be available at launch right away. I think they're going to wait and see. They're going to see what the statistics are, and just see where that population ends up going. If the majority of players are moving over to the PC, or if they're still going to have a decent player base on the Xbox.
Yeah. And I know that they're launching it game by game. So from in between when I made one of the previous videos, I wasn't sure what order they were going to be releasing it on the PC, just that they were starting with Halo Reach. And I've seen videos since then that, yeah, they're going to start with Halo Reach, then go with Halo 1, and then go with Halo 2, 3, 4, you know. They're doing that, one, so that you guys can get the games earlier on PC and play them, so you're not waiting for just the whole game to come out like next year, or however often they drop a new game. But I imagine they're doing it that way too, so that they don't have the same issue that they had when they first released it on Xbox, where the multiplayer just didn't work at all. And I can only imagine the nightmare that it would be to do crossplay and not have it be as bad as it was originally. Like, there would be nothing worse than if that game had all 6 of the games now, because it's going to have Halo Reach, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, and ODST. But ODST might not count just because it doesn't have multiplayer to it. But I mean, for those 5 games to come out all at once and then not work again, that would completely destroy any Halo on expectations on PC, because you know that they're building Infinite to work on PC too. Which makes me wonder if they're going to put Infinite in the Steam store too, or if they're going to pull that, only on Xbox.
I don't know. I think this E3 is going to be huge for Halo. I think I have two predictions for like a release date type of thing for Reach. I think they're either going to pull like a Nintendo where this is available sometime later this day or blah blah blah, or they're going to. You said it's coming up on the 10-year anniversary.
Next year's going to be 10 years. They've already said that it's coming out this fall.
Oh, they did?
They've already said this fall. But don't forget, in order to be part of the conversation and to have your voice heard, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and leave your comments in the section down below to be part of the conversation. But until next time, everyone, thank you all for joining us here, and we'll see all of you in the next video.